Welcome, vinyl community, to what is this? This is the second week of January 2019, and another year of vinyl finds and whatever other kind of videos I film for you all. Fingers crossed, fingers tightly crossed that 2019 is as good as 2018 and 17 and 16. And I could count my way backwards more, but I'm going to lose my way around mid-80s. I'll probably run out of breath. But anyways, let's start this year off right. Cheers, everyone. Before I start, I want to say thank you to everyone who watched my last video, and I guess all my videos in 2018. It was a very surprisingly great year for the love and support that you all show me. So I really do appreciate that a lot. What I have to show you today is the byproduct, more or less, of two different hauls. One's an online ad, and then one is kind of a haul via the mail, a package that someone sent me, and I want to share that with you at the end to give proper credit. And then I'm going to attempt something in this video. You're not going to see this a whole lot in 2019, and you very rarely saw it in 2018. Hang tight for this. I'm going to attempt an edit. I'm going to attempt an edit in the middle of this video somewhere. You guys know I can't be bothered to edit videos. You guys know I've talked about this before. I hate those YouTube edit or videos where there's 1,000 edits a video. Anyways, maybe that's why my videos go so long. I press record right there, and what comes spewing out is what you get. So thank you very much for putting up with that. But I'm going to insert an online ad from which this first haul came from, just to kind of illustrate, I guess, for no other reason, just to illustrate that. And maybe I'm just incredibly lucky in my part of the world, but don't stop looking. There's never a bad time to kind of troll online ads, and we'll get to that in a second. But you know what? Let's have another cheers to everyone. So I'm gonna get right to this. I have to do a quick preface before I show you this kind of online haul. And the haul could have been a lot bigger, which is what I'm gonna kind of briefly talk about, and then I'm gonna. For whether you want it or not, I'm going to instill some of my morality, I guess, in vinyl collecting as I get older, and for which a lot of you may call bullshit on. But I'm getting older. I'm getting more idealistic. Anyways, flashback to New Year's Eve, and my wife and I were having a nice, quiet New Year's Eve at home. I had DJ'd the day before, I believe it was, or the Saturday before New Year's Eve proper. I did my pre-New Year's Eve 80s night, which was fantastic. It was packed and it was great. And, but anyways, you guys don't need to know about my DJing. Anyways, that was a great night. So we decided to have just a quiet night in. And we're just in bed, kind of doing what we usually do, pissing around on our phones. That's what we do. And other stuff, but anyways, so I'm just, you know what, I just opened Facebook Marketplace. If you guys know or may not know, on Facebook there's a marketplace, kind of like online ads in your area. And I just happened to click on it before I went to bed, and someone had just posted an online ad for records. And they were $3 a piece, and maybe this is where the edit comes in. If I do this edit right, what you're going to see is just a snapshot of the online ad, just to illustrate that, you know, this is all up on the up and up, and just kind of illustrate, you know what, there's never a bad time to be trolling for records online. So let's try this edit now. And with any luck, and by the power of the Lord, you saw the online ad there. Anyways, so there was this online ad appeared for $3 a record. He had a ton of records, and in years gone by, I would have been a vinyl pig, and I would have bought the whole lot. At $3 a pop, would have cost me a couple $100, probably at most. But I was kind of getting a little bit idealistic, and it's kind of how my philosophy is at thrift stores now. You know what, I don't need to buy everything. if I'm buying a collection online and it's buy all or buy none, then I have no choice but to. But what I show you via thrift stores is often a small percentage of what I find. A lot of stuff I leave behind in the hopes that, you know, it's kind of like, what's it called now? There's a term for it, but, you know, paying the favor back, I guess, that people paid me when I was young. And when I'm speaking of, I'm getting idealistic. I have this hope, you know, that some kid will come in and find these records that are good records that I don't need, that I have copies of, or just whatever. And to them, that's like a grail haul for them, right? Because in the end, I believe that, and this is where the babbling's going to continue on and on. Anyways, that there has to be a generation after us, right? There has to be a generation after that to continue the legacy of vinyl collecting. And whereas in the past I would have stormed into a thrift store or an online ad like I'm going to show you what I found, and I would have bought everything, whether I needed it or not. Like I said, I still have this idealistic thought about, or even it's kind of even a little bit sentimental even, that after I come in and just take what I want, that some kid or some kid's dad or mom will answer that ad and get their kid's vinyl, or maybe it doesn't have to be a kid, but you know what I mean. You know, that I need, from what I cherry picked from this guy, he had a lot of, you know, let's say he had all of, you know, a lot of Supertramp albums and a lot of Tom Petty albums and things like that I don't need necessarily, because I already have multiple copies. But and then like I said, in this noggin of mine, I just have this hope that by leaving stuff behind at during these online ads or at thrift stores, like I said, I'm going to make some kid's day, and then the legacy will continue on and on after I'm gone. We can't take this crap with us, can we? You can reduce it to ashes and get buried with it, but it's a waste of good vinyl. Anyways, do you guys understand what I'm saying? It's kind of like I said, as I get a bit older, I get a little bit more sentimental. When I was young, and you know, I'd go to early record fairs in my city in the 80s, and back when there wasn't this frenzy about vinyl, because vinyl hadn't gone away yet, so vinyl was very affordable, and there would be an older guy next to you looking in bins of records, and you know, he would say, "Hey kid, try this one out," or you know, they would, you know, they wouldn't be buying up everything. They'd, you know, someone would, yeah, I can't tell you how many times that happened maybe at a local indie store in the 80s. Or, you know, like I said, at early record fairs, where someone would nudge me and say, "Hey kid, try this out," and you know, it ends up being a band that you end up loving for the rest of your life. So anyways, I know this is a total aside, but I kind of wanted to instill kind of my feelings about vinyl collecting over the last little while. Is, you know, there has to be a generation after us, and there has to be one after them. And vinyls, you know, as vinyl gets more played, and you know, the original pressings and second pressings and third pressings, and as records get more destroyed, you know, generations down the line, there's going to be less and less and less. And anyways, I am truly babbling now, but I hope I'm kind of getting my point across. I answered this ad, and I could have bought everything. I could have went in and just threw money at the guy and bought it all. But like I said, I was kind of having this hope and dream and thought that I'm going to make some other kid's day, or some other old, maybe it could be someone my age who's just getting back into vinyl, make their day. So as it turns out, I sent this guy a message, and I told him what I wanted. He put that aside, and and it was like, this wasn't like, you know, some 10-minute drive. This was like an hour driving, probably more than an hour driving to where the guy lived. So thankfully, New Year's Day, this is when I kind of went and picked these records up. My wife had, I was all alone because my wife took a trip to the mountains. If you're from the West, Canada, you know what I'm talking about. Banff, Jasper, etc., etc. Hooked up with her family down there. I'm working, so I couldn't go. So I had time on my hands. I took the drive, and then here's the turnaround in the story. I go there, and he hands me the records that I had asked for, and he said, "Yeah, just before you came, some record collector came and did what I used to do, and threw a couple $100 at him and took everything." And And there blows my kind of there goes my idealistic want that, you know, that these records went to someone else. But anyways, that happens all the time. Anyways, there's just record collectors come in and buy up everything, and so, you know, it makes me think, well, fuck, I should have bought it all, but I didn't. So that was that for an absolute total aside. But you know what? This channel has to be more than me just holding records. And if you don't like it, there's a slider there. You can slide ahead. Yeah, so some guy came in and bought it all. You know what? After hearing that news, I drove home. Still, I kind of felt a little bit warm and fuzzy that I kind of that I didn't come in and swoop in and buy them all. That, you know, and that hoping I'm paying it forward. That's the term I'm thinking of. By leaving stuff behind at these online ads and thrift stores, I'm kind of paying it forward to younger generations. And then some guy comes in and buys it all. There you go. Anyways, so this is what I got for $3 a piece. Like I said, I could have been showing you a couple hundred records, but I definitely cherry picked. This is what I got. I got Black Sabbath Paranoid picture disc. And I don't know if this has been played. It's still sealed. Now that I look at it closer, it actually this has not been played, because this seal in here, if you can see this right here, this has not been broken. And this is on the Italian earmark label. So I'm not sure. This might have been mid-2000s. I believe we used to sell these in my old record store. But still sealed. Paranoid Black Sabbath picture disc. Now I feel like I have to kind of rush to these records because I was kind of instilling some of my unwanted wisdom and morals in vinyl collecting that doesn't really exist apparently. Black Sabbath Paranoid picture disc on earmark. This is primarily the one well, then the next one. There's two records I desperately wanted. Was that one. And then, you ready for this? An original UK pressing of Megadeth. Rest in peace. The original, I don't want to take it out because I'm already wasted enough of your time. It's the Black Capital label, that 1990 pressing that came out in the UK. But an original pressing. If there was an original US pressing, this is still a hell of a good $3. I think on Discogs, just for point of reference, I think it's about $47 to $50 Canadian record. An original US pressing is about $140 to $150 Canadian. But I was just thrilled as hell to get an original UK pressing of Megadeth, Rest in Peace. And the rest were kind of, well, actually that's not true. I'm lying to you now. It's a definite upgrade copy of Black Sabbath Heaven and Hell. My copy of Heaven and Hell has a better cover, but the record inside this one is better. So I'll make what I lovingly refer to as a Franken album, and mix and match, and then I'll pass along the other copy. But definitely a vinyl upgrade of Black Sabbath's Heaven and Hell. So those were the kind of the three. So already I'm in for $9. $9 for those three. See, this is where I'm gonna deviate again. Don't stop looking. People ask me all the time, how, you know, and I know there's people out there who float theories that it's because of where I'm from and there's not a lot of people where I'm from and blah blah blah. It's maybe has a little bit to do with that, but you know what? The records are here, you know, I never really stopped looking and looking at online ads and this stuff like that. It's stuff that takes no time at all. You're in the bathroom, you got your phone, you got a few minutes to instead of reading a book, just troll through online ads. Doesn't affect your family, doesn't affect your life. Kills time in the bathroom. Just respond to ads, you know, maybe 1 out of 5 you get a response for, and then this is what you get. So, and the rest, anyways, I got from this guy. Really nice guy, by the way, young guy. Was just kind of add-ons, because I made the drive out there, and I thought, well, you know, there's no such thing as a $9 bill, at least not in my country. So I thought, you know, I got a 20. I'll kick the guy $20, whatever it was, and I'll take a few other ones that I think, I'm not sure if you, no, this one was definitely one of them too. Sorry, I'm kind of mixing these up here. I showed you this one 2 videos ago. This is the second time I found a copy of this in the last month, but a nice copy of Led Zeppelin 4. The last copy I showed you was I found the vinyl and I had an empty cover for it. So I found another pretty nice copy of Led Zeppelin 4. I'm so desperately seeking that nice, perfect copy of Led Zeppelin 4. And although some of these records have little, what do you call that? Little, you know, tiny, minute little marks on the vinyl. Trying to find the perfect Led Zeppelin albums is something I'm obtaining to. I could buy new ones. Nothing wrong with that. But, you know, it was $3. Wasn't going to pass up Led Zeppelin 4. Nice gatefold original kind of vinyl. Atlantic Records pressing on that one. And like I said, the next two were just kind of add-ons, just to kind of, I didn't have any change on me. So, another copy of Rumors. What's a trip to an online ad where you're digging through some guy's records without a copy of Rumors? And if I see a clean copy, I never pass up a copy of Rumors. I think maybe like half a year ago, 6 months ago, whatever it was, I had showed you all my copies of Rumors, because I don't say no, and I always find homes for them. So it's one of those albums that'll live through the ages. It's the textured sleeve, original Canadian pressing of Rumors. Wasn't going to say no to that. And then Deepest Purple, Best of Deep Purple. As I look at this now, I see this as kind of a combination of David Coverdale and Ian Gillan tracks. I think I have this on CD, but I tend to listen to the full-length albums. But you know what? Good little add-on. So that's what I got for $3 a piece. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 bucks. I kicked him a 20. We're all happy, and I felt good. Keep giving him a couple more bucks. There you go. That's the longest video I've made so far on just one haul, but let's start the year off. Let's get this stuff out of me now, so the rest of the year I'm not instilling my unneeded philosophies as you get older. A couple thrift store finds, but I'm going to get to this really super nice package I got in the mail. A couple Vangelis albums. Speaking about getting older, Vangelis is one of those artists that I kind of thought was your parents' music when I was young, but as I investigate more, Vangelis is a hell of a lot more. You know, there's John and Vangelis, which ties into one of these records here that I'm going to show you. Friends of Mr. Cairo, which I really love that album since I was young. And then as I get more into Vangelis, I don't seek his albums out, but when I see them at thrift stores, I pick them up, and there's a lot of really good experimental electronic music out there by him that I think needs to be heard, I guess, or investigated if that's something you're into. But I got a copy of I'm blanking. Albedo 0.39, and I believe John Anderson is on. Is he on this one? I think John Anderson's on this one, playing the harp. And I don't know. This is from 1976. I don't know what else to tell you about this album. There's a thrift store tag still on it because I'm lazy. I played this through once, and I want to play it through again when I have a little more time to listen to it, as his music kind of dictates you kind of listen to it. But really nice find, Vangelis Albedo 0.39. And a soundtrack he did for Opera Sauvage, 1979. So inexpensive, cheap Vangelis finds, I always think are worth it. And I have nothing else to say about Vangelis because it's someone I'm still dipping my toe in the water of. I'm gonna get to this next haul I got in the mail. There's a gentleman named Mark Michaels who lives in the Netherlands, who I converse with quite frequently on Facebook. This is a super nice guy. He's been really nice to send me, as he's from the Netherlands, and that's where one of my favorite bands is from, Golden Earring. He's been super nice to send me some Golden Earring stuff in the mail and other stuff previous to that. But I owe Mark Michaels a big cheers on this one. Thank you. This came on New Year's Eve, and he had sent me a message online wanting me to know if I got my package. I hadn't got it yet, and I just got it New Year's Eve. So I can't call this. There's no such thing as a New Year's Eve gift. But if there was, this is it. So thank you, Mark Michaels. I can't tell you how happy and thrilled I am with all these. I think I told you via Facebook how happy I was. But he sent me just a boatload of golden earring singles and some other stuff. So stay tuned. You'll get to the other stuff. But right now I'm going to show you some golden earring stuff. Stuff that you would never dream of finding here in Canada. Picture sleeve golden earring stuff other than 80s stuff is non-existent. More or less. But I got a copy of Instant Poetry by Golden Earring. Like I said, none of these I've ever seen before. I've seen, in some of these cases, I've seen non-picture sleeve versions, but a lot of these, I've seen them on Discogs, and that's it. A copy of Where Will I Be? Copy of I Do Rock and Roll from their album No Promises, No Debts. It's kind of that mid to late 70s period Golden Earring. The Devil Made Me Do It from their album Cut. I think this was either the second or third single after the Twilight Zone from that big album they had, Cut. Radar Love. See, you will never ever see a picture sleeve version of this readily available in Canada. But really nice, I believe this is Dutch copy of Radar Love. Something Heavy Going Down, which is from their live album. I believe after their NEWS album, they did a live album called Something Heavy Going Down, and this was the single off that album. Oddly enough, called Something Heavy Going Down. Copy of, I think this is like a double-sided single, Sleepwalking, backed with Babylon. One of the better known Golden Earring songs, Long Blonde Animal. Beautiful picture sleeves, Mark. Thank you so much. My Killer, My Shadow. And I think that's it. No, I got more Golden Earring. One more. Back Home. Look at this beautiful early 70s Golden Earring. Beautiful. And like I said, if you don't know early Golden Earring, pre-Radar Love or in around the area, just incredible, incredible. They kind of bounced around between, you know, rock and psych, and there's some progressive stuff in there, but brilliant stuff. Anyways, Back Home, Golden Earring, beautiful picture sleeve. And then he sent me some non-Golden Earring stuff. Another band I talk about a lot in the last year is Moth the Hoople. Something that I've rediscovered and fallen in love with and been collecting pretty steadily for the past year, but a nice picture sleeve copy of the Golden Age of Rock and Roll, one of their better known songs. Beautiful picture sleeve, look at that. This must be a German copy, I'm guessing. I don't know what this language is, so I'm going to sound like a real idiot there, but I'm guessing either German or this might be a copy from the Netherlands. I can barely speak English, so let's put it that way. A couple U2 7-inch singles, a really nice European copy of With or Without You. And one I didn't have is a nice picture sleeve copy of The Fly. I'm trying to quickly look. This is from, it says printed in Germany, so this must be a German copy of The Fly. And then Clock DVA, one of my favored early 80s, real truly experimental bands. But this is Son of Sons backed with a theme from IMD. Clock DVA. The Specials, Stereotype. This is from their second album. More specials. You mean every now and again you see special singles because in Canada, because the first special album was big in Canada and big everywhere. So you might see the odd Rat Race single or etc., or Gangsters. But you never see these kind of things for Stereotype backed with international jet sets. Thank you, thank you. The last one he said he was sending me, and it was kind of the wild card of the bunch. I didn't know what to make of it when he showed me it on a picture online, but he assured me. And I played this first thing, actually, before the Golden Earring singles, and it's quite the song. It's Cherry Vanilla, and the song is called The Punk. And it's all about, the lyrics on the back, so I understand what the song is about. This is about someone becoming a punk, being tired of the disco at the time. But just a really fun, new wave, power pop, slightly punk song. Really nice one, Mark. Thank you very much. I really did enjoy this one. Cherry Vanilla, The Punk. And I'm looking around, and I know this video went on for a while, so I'm going to end this here. I know before one of my last videos in 2018, I talked about making shorter videos, and then enough of you had commented and reached out to me and said, you know what, do what you want. If people aren't watching the full videos, or if people people commenting they don't like the long videos, you know what? I just thank you for anyone clicking on these videos and all that. And I don't know what more I can say other than I'm looking forward to a great 2019. From what I remember, I have at least 2 trips to England, at least. And I'm not sure if I'm deviating to Paris, but I know I'm going in November of 2019. That's already booked and done. That's for a concert that I'll talk about later on as we get into 2019. One of my bucket list concerts that I got tickets for in Brighton. So I'll be going to London and then down or up or wherever it is to Brighton. And then I'm desperately trying to get a trip going for my usual summer European trip to London and wherever else we might go. So 2019 is looking, I've never been to Europe twice in 1 year. So it's looking, right now on the outset, it's looking for like a very good year for record shopping abroad and seeing concerts and just seeing, you know, more of Europe, I guess. Which I could explore other places in the world, but I've just fallen in love with Europe, which I knew I would anyways. So that's what, on the outset, that's what I'm looking at for 2019 as far as, you know, things I know about right now is maybe a summer trip to Europe. And definitely November 2019. I will be in England for all those who are asking me when I'm coming to England next. I'll be definitely going to London, then to Brighton. For all those people who wanted to hook up and meet and do some record shopping, November 2019 for sure. Maybe June. Cheers, everyone. And, you know, like I said, I'm trying to think of different videos to do. Something that's not like, you know, I don't mean disrespect to anyone else. Not something that's not like, you know, top records and da 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 da. You know, just 1,000 other videos like that out there. I'm trying to think of other things that I can do that make me excited. That, you know, and if anyone else likes them, great. If not, I had a lot of fun making the video. So look for different things in 2019, or it could be more of the same. I don't know. Let's hope that edit worked. I'm getting old. So, anyways. Let's hope we all have a good 2019, I guess is kind of what I'm trying to say here. Anyways, David Michael, a.k.a. Nazz Nomad. Thanks again, Mark Michaels. I owe you more than one favor. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone once again. This has been, like I said, David Michael, a.k.a. Nazz Nomad, signing off. Take care, everyone.